Okay, the composition Let's Dance you just heard is appropriate for this video to explain my piano technique. The reflex stroke is so difficult to teach that I was pushed to write through my piano technique book. It's called Progressive Technique, explaining in more detail what actually happens, followed by the second book, Artistry Through Technique, which explains in action words the 2 steps. The reflex stroke with the arm follow through. All right, on page 20, there are 4 pages explaining the technique. You will see here 4 notes with the left hand, which I will start because the left hand is more relaxed than the right hand, and weaker, therefore we should focus to strengthen it. There are these 4: D, F, G, B flat, C. You will be reading what I say in exercise 1 to help you to understand what is involved. The correct balance of the chord of the 5 means an even distribution of weight between 5 fingers. Visualize a person on a tightrope trying to keep both feet equally planted on the rope so he won't fall. He may gently move his body back and forth to keep the correct balance. If he pushes too much to the right, he could fall. He pushes too much to the left, he could fall. So he has to be right in the center, always trying to keep that weight so it is even, so that he won't fall. You can simulate the same feeling by jigging your hand, moving your hand back and forth, so that you won't tighten before the stroke. However, just before playing the stroke, the hand must be very still. Right. Now the exercise 2 begins. The reason why this is so difficult is the stroke must be involuntary. In other words, when you get burned, you react without thinking. And in order to make the 3rd finger be involuntary, you cannot focus on the 3rd finger. You have to focus on first the surrounding fingers, which are 2 and 4. So in your mind think 2, 4, and quickly say 3, and the 3 will be able to respond. If you think of an up and down motion, it is too slow. It is not an up and down that is premeditated. It has to be involuntary, where you don't even think. You just react, right? So make sure that the weight is distributed. Okay, I'm thinking 2 and 4 to make 3 respond. 2. If you see a flickering of the tendon, then the stroke is fast and the hand is relaxed before and after the stroke. And that's the most difficult thing for everybody, to get to that point where it is that relaxed. 2, think 2, 4, 2. As I'm focusing, the stroke becomes more quick. The fourth finger is a weaker finger because it is connected with the third finger to the tendons and muscles. It is more difficult to separate and make a quick stroke. You have to again think of the surrounding fingers 3 and 5. Okay. 3, 5. I see 3, 5, and quickly 4. Think 4 and it will respond. 3, 5. Now, the 2 is not connected to any tendon, so it's fairly easy to play. Therefore, we do the 2, 5, and the thumb at the end. Focus on the 3, just on one finger until you get it before going on. I'll quickly do 2. Think 1 and 3. 1, 3, 2. 4, 5. Think 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. For the thumb, think 3, 3, 2. 3, 2. Third exercise is where you play 2 fingers at once. So before you start, make sure that the hand feels comfortable with the distribution of weight, even. Okay, 1, 2. So you have to think 3, 4, 1. And 1, 2 for 3 and 4 to work. You have to think 3, 2, 4, 5. 3, 2. Now, as you play 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 4, 2 quickly, the precondition of the hand to be balanced on 5 notes gives security and just enough arm weight to support the hand to allow each finger to respond at any given moment. So, with understanding the feeling of the stroke, the segment of the final 16th note should be no problem. All right, let's try. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2. 3, 4, 5, 3. The right hand being stronger, which we use daily, may be tighter. However, we have a little more control to use the reflex stroke. So think again, the same procedure. Think 2 and 4 to have the involuntary reaction for the 3 to play. So it takes much concentration and patience to do this. But you'll see by my example, this song that I'm going to play now is called Refreshing Moment, where you have the separation of the 2 and the 5. The 5 is the upper whole note, and then the middle note continues to be the melody. So the melody begins in the first 8 measures, and then you have the upper obligato note. And if there is a clear bell-like sound on the whole note, that's utilizing the reflex stroke, where there's a total independence of the finger stroke. Refreshing moment, get this thing working in circles so that you're totally relaxed. Okay. Now we continue explaining about the follow-through, which is the arm follow-through with the reflex stroke. In book 2, on page 2, there are 3 markings that are used constantly in music. They are staccato, slurs, and legato. And they are explained in simple action terms as drop, lift, bounce. With the legato line, roll forward, swing note to note, and crawl with low wrist. So the 2-note slur can be explained simply when they're together as a drop, lift, drop, lift. In this composition that I wrote to explain these 3 markings, I separated it as an octave spread. So down, lift for the 2-note slur. Staccatos are bounce, bounce, bounce. 3-note slur, bounce, bounce. 4-note slur, bounce. Legato, roll forward as it goes up, and then swing note to note. And crawl with a low wrist as you come to the D, E, and finish. So, in order to play this again, think from behind here, but the fingers are actively involved every moment of the technique. So think about relaxing the fingers and thinking from back here to have a big sound. Alright, that concludes my explanation of the reflex stroke with arm follow through. So if any of you would like to order the book, you could email me at mjtmusic1@verizon.net. If you'd like to hear more songs, original songs composed by me with my performing it, write Mary Jane Toshiro music without any breaks. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.